When Dave Chappelle hosted SNL the week Donald Trump was elected president, he said we should be hopeful about what he would do once he took office. Being more naive than Forrest Gump, I decided to give him a chance, hoping his deplorable campaign was only a ruse he used to get elected. Boy, was I wrong. Ever since he got to the White House, his presidency has been wigging out with more embarrassing scandals than 5 seasons of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. It seems like every hour I get a New York Times alert that's got me shaking my head more than Phaedra Parks when Kenya Moore goes off on her. And we're only 30 days in. That's why I've created a list of the top 10 gaffes in the first 30 days of Trump's presidency, starting with number 10, misspelled tweets. I'm sorry, but I don't need the president sending out grammatically incorrect communications. Now, I know you're honored to be the Twitter-in-chief and a whole bunch of other nonsense, but your spelling is worse than a drunk bottom on Grindr at 2 a.m. Number 9. Speaking of weirdos on hookup apps, let's move on to Stephen Miller being creepy on the Sunday morning news. The latest liar to parade out of the White House reminds me of that guy you work with who says, "I like that picture of you on Instagram," as you want to scream, "No girl, not gonna happen. Now go home and put the lotion in the basket because I'm calling HR." Number 8. Speaking of liars, let's talk about Sean Spicer's first press conference. That guy was more aggressive than a West Hollywood go-go boy on steroids. Number 7. The appointment of Secretary of Miseducation, Betsy DeVos, who's qualified for that job like I'm qualified to play baseball. Belle Biv DeVoe, that girl is poison! Number 6. Kellyanne Conway's alternative facts. Every time I look at that stunt queen, she reminds me of this haggard old stripper I used to wait tables with who told me she lost her teeth in a bicycle accident. And it ain't an alternative fact that Kellyanne needs a keratin treatment, stat. Number 5. Michael Flynn's resignation. I love how this went from him resigning to Trump blaming the media in 24 hours. That's called deflection, and the only people who are fooled by it are the 62 million morons who voted for you. Oh, Lord. Number 4. The appointment of Steve Bannon and Jeff Sessions. For someone who thinks the inner city is carnage, Trump certainly spends a lot of time with the boys in the hoods. Number 3. Trump's press conference on February 16th. That cuckoo bananas 75-minute spin fest was more delusional than people who think La La Land is the best picture of the year. Number 2. Trump's administration holding meetings in the dark because they couldn't figure out how to turn the lights on. Analogy not needed. And number 1. Trump threatening the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals with an all-caps tweet to see them in court is like me saying, "Catch me outside, how about that?" in front of a Dunkin' Donuts. Now, I'm sure I missed about 200 other cringe-worthy moments, so please comment below and let me know because, oh God, I'm getting a New York Times alert. Oh no, not another Bowling Green massacre.